You wake gripping your jaw in a dark bedroom. Your heart is pounding. Why can an impossible dream leave real fear behind? Seconds ago, you were running through your old school. Every door had vanished. Your teeth were coming loose. A silent phone kept ringing nearby. Then the entire world disappeared when your eyes opened. Your bedroom is safe, but the fear remains. Nothing happened, yet your body reacts as though it did. The easy answer says your sleeping brain simply switched off, but random noise should not build places, choices, tension, and consequences. Something more active is happening. Emotion keeps working while careful reality checking becomes less effective. Your brain is not shut down. It has changed who controls the story. In 1953, Eugene Aserinsky and Nathaniel Kleitman identified rapid eye movement sleep. Scientists now call it REM sleep. They found repeating periods when sleepers' eyes moved beneath closed lids. Dream reports often followed awakenings during those periods. Your strange story comes from an active sleeping brain, but what makes its impossible rules feel completely normal? Researchers placed small recording sensors beside sleeping volunteers' eyes. The sensors drew movement as lines across paper. Then researchers woke each volunteer at carefully chosen moments. When the eyes had been moving, detailed dream reports appeared much more often. The key was timing. Sleep is not one blank stretch from bedtime until morning. Your brain passes through several stages and repeats the pattern. During REM, your eyes dart beneath closed lids. Your muscles remain mostly still while brain activity becomes more wake-like. Dreams can happen during other sleep stages too. However, vivid stories are especially common during REM sleep. That laboratory pattern reaches your life when a dream changes your next move. You wake relieved after escaping an imagined disaster. You might even avoid someone who betrayed you only in a dream. The betrayal never happened, but your hesitation is real. That emotional force can make the dream seem important. It can even feel like a warning, but vividness does not prove that dreams predict future events. Strong emotion also does not give every symbol one fixed meaning. The experiment shows when vivid dream stories often appear. It does not explain why you trust their nonsense. A hallway stretches forever, yet you keep walking. A stranger becomes your oldest friend, and you never question it. So what stops you from noticing the contradiction? During REM, your brain does not change every system equally. Systems linked with emotion and visual experience remain highly active. Areas supporting careful planning and reality checking behave differently. Think of a film set missing one important worker. The emotional director keeps filming after the continuity checker leaves. Feelings remain convincing, while obvious mistakes pass without inspection. That is why impossible changes can seem perfectly ordinary. The hallway stretches, but its length never becomes a problem. The stranger feels familiar, so you accept the new identity. Your dream does not need to explain each change. Strong emotion keeps the story moving before doubt can interrupt. This helps explain why a dream feels real. It also explains why fear can survive after waking. But REM cannot choose tonight's exact cast and setting. Dreams also happen outside REM, though they may feel different. The sleep stage changes how the story behaves. Something else supplies the faces, places, and unfinished problems. Where does your sleeping brain find that material? It begins with experiences your memory is still processing. Sleep can make new information more stable and easier to use later. Scientists call this memory consolidation. It means new learning becomes easier to find again. In 2010, Aaron Wamsley and Robert Stickgold tested this with a virtual maze. Participants searched a winding computer world for a hidden target. After training, some stayed awake while others took a nap. Researchers briefly woke the sleepers and asked what had crossed their minds. Some described pieces of the maze. Others reported thoughts with no clear connection to it. Then everyone entered the computer maze again. Sleepers who had reported maze-related dreams later improved more than other sleepers. The result was striking, but it needs careful wording. The study found a connection between maze dreams and better later performance. It did not prove that those dreams caused the improvement. It also did not prove that every dream serves one purpose. That experiment connects to your dreams in one clear way. Today's coworker may appear inside a room from years ago. Tomorrow's deadline may become a train you cannot catch. Your brain is not replaying one perfect recording. It is joining loose pieces from different experiences. Faces, places, and unfinished concerns can meet in events that never happened. That is why dreams feel familiar and impossible together. Memory pieces can explain the cast and setting. They cannot explain which piece receives the strongest emotion. Stay with that feeling, because it becomes the next clue. Why does a missed train become panic instead of mild annoyance? Emotionally charged concerns can supply that extra force. Research suggests important waking experiences may appear in later dreams. The dream does not need to copy them exactly. A tense conversation might return as a desperate chase. An approaching deadline might become a door that never opens. Public embarrassment might become a crowd staring directly at you. The details change, but the emotional problem remains. In 2000, Antti Revonsuo proposed threat simulation theory. This idea says dreams may rehearse threatening situations. The outside danger does not need to be present. Think of a fire drill shaped by your current concerns. The drill is not predicting an actual fire. It creates a problem and allows the story to continue. Dream logic can turn almost anything into that problem. It may even give your refrigerator a speaking role without an audition. Still, this is only one proposed explanation. It cannot explain every frightening or ordinary dream, but it changes what dream danger may mean. A frightening dream does not need to predict tomorrow. It may reshape something that already mattered today. Then waking creates a different mystery. The uneasy feeling follows you into the room, yet the plot begins breaking apart almost immediately. The emotion reaches morning, while its imagined cause disappears. If the story vanishes, did you dream less, or did remembering fail as waking began? Here is the reversal. Forgetting does not mean you never dreamed. You may have slept through the handoff. Brief waking may make the difference. A short awakening gives the experience a chance to become retrievable. Unbroken sleep may provide fewer chances for that transfer. In 2014, Perrine Ruby and colleagues compared frequent and infrequent dream recallers. The volunteers slept, while researchers recorded their brain activity in waking periods. Then, the team compared those recordings with each person's dream recall. Frequent recallers spent about 30 minutes awake during the night. Infrequent recallers spent about 14 minutes awake. That is more than twice as much waking time. Most were brief awakenings, not hours spent watching the ceiling. The researchers suggested these moments may help dream memories become stored. A brief awakening works like a narrow doorway into waking memory. Without that doorway, the experience may remain difficult to reach. The study does not prove that every forgotten dream follows this path. Dream recall can differ for many reasons. But low recall does not prove an empty night. Someone who rarely remembers dreams may still experience them. They may simply sleep past the moment that makes retrieval possible. That finding reaches your morning through one vanishing image. You open your eyes with a feeling already present. For 1 second, a fading scene almost explains it. Then your bedroom returns, and the scene loses its connections. The missing dream may not fail during sleep. It may disappear during the handoff into waking. You wake holding one sharp image. A red staircase underwater. A heavy unease is already sitting in your chest. Then your alarm flashes 7:10 beside the bed. You reach for it and remember today's first obligation. Each waking detail pulls your attention somewhere new. The staircase loses its setting. Moments later, its purpose disappears too. You cannot explain why it frightened you. Yet the unease still changes how the morning feels. That blank does not make the night empty. A temporary story may shape your mood before becoming unreachable. Now, the vanished school from earlier looks different. Familiar memories supplied its rooms, while emotion created the danger. Weaker reality checking allowed its missing doors to seem normal. The doors were impossible, but their fear crossed into morning. There may be no single reason dreams exist. Several sleeping processes may meet inside one temporary story. A dream is not reliable prophecy. It is also more organized than meaningless static. It can be a story shaped by what your brain processes tonight. But while that inner world unfolds, your body lies still. Why might a wild predator see that sleeping body and keep away? Your sleeping body looks defenseless, yet a wild predator often reads that stillness very differently. Tap the next story to discover what keeps it back. Subscribe to Why Begins.